Hey everyone, Ryan here. Today we are going to talk about Convex Finance, passive income, generating yield with very, very little effort in a way that's sustainable and is going to pay us regardless of what's going on in the crypto markets. Because I think right now everybody is hurting a little bit. I'm just like the rest of you. I had, somewhat of a stablecoin position, as we went into 2022, but, not a big one. So a lot of my positions are down, just like a lot of you guys. But I'm seeing this as an opportunity to basically come up with a new strategy for managing my portfolio, where I have a much larger allocation in assets that are going to generate safe, reliable, passive income every week, every month, regardless of what's going on in the market. So I've been looking into these strategies for a while, a long time actually, and feel like I'm pretty up to speed with them. However, my strategy has always mostly been holding altcoins that I'm super bullish on long term, and really just riding the waves and having high conviction, and being a hodler and things like that. And works out well. Most of the time, done pretty well. However, I think the last couple of weeks and the last month and the start to 2022 has really made me rethink and want to put a big portion of my portfolio in assets that are going to cash flow, that are going to just pay me whatever happens. And ideally, we want to hold assets that are going to pay us that monthly income, very, very reliably, but also go up when we go into a big bull run. Okay, and that is why I want to talk about Convex Finance and a couple of very simple ways where you can achieve both of those goals. Now, I said I was moving around my strategy, and what I'm going to be moving towards and what I've already started to do is I'm basically keeping 50% of my portfolio in assets that I'm always want to hold, that I'm super bullish on long term, things like Luna, things like Ethereum, a couple of other altcoins that I'm happy to just hold for however long it takes for my thesis to play out on those. And then the other half of my portfolio, I have been moving into very safe, high APR, reliable passive income opportunities so I can get paid every week, every month, and also holding assets that are going to benefit from the market going up. Okay, so that is my strategy. And that is what I've spent a lot of time doing over, the last few weeks, end of 21 into 2022. And Convex Finance is one of my biggest positions, along with Curve, in this kind of yield generating 50% of my new portfolio allocation. So today I want to go through it, show you how to use it, and why I've picked it up. So you can see here, Convex Finance, their headline is Boosted Curve Staking. Now, if you've been in DeFi, been in crypto for a while, you're probably familiar with Curve. Okay. Biggest DeFi protocol in terms of, AMMs, DEXs, in terms of the amount of value locked in the protocol. And if you follow Twitter, if you follow trending news in DeFi, you've probably heard of the Curve Wars, people trying to control the emissions of the Curve token and things like that. And a lot of that has obviously been being done through Convex. We've got DAOs and projects buying Convex. We've got individuals buying Convex. Because of their control over Curve and that whole ecosystem and the liquidity wars and things like that. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, or if you have heard of the Curve wars but don't really understand it, I will link to some resources in the description. And I've also started a free Discord below, which is focusing on these cash flowing crypto opportunities. So we will be discussing Curve and Convex in there, so you can join that. It'll link below. It's free, and ask any questions you have about Curve, Convex, or anything else to do with generating passive income. Okay, so basically, Convex has taken over the majority of the control of Curve tokens, and I'm going to show you how it works and how you can make passive income on Convex. Okay, so let's first look at Convex and Curve. So if we look at the Curve price, this is over the last year. Up until the massive drop off in the last month, it was doing pretty well. It went from about $2 up to I think it was about topped out at $6.50 beginning of the year. So it's had a good run, and all of this time, well, not all the time, but right now you can earn 50% APY on Curve. Okay, by locking it in Convex, which we'll go into in a second. So Earning 50% APY on an asset that's up 300% in the last year, that's pretty good, okay? And Curve is one of those blue chip DeFi protocols that controls massive liquidity. Everybody wants their pools to be paying out well on there. So Curve is something I feel that's going to be around for a while. Convex, on the other hand, has done even better. Again, the chart from the last year, it's gone from $2 or so up to a high of about $40. So a solid closer to $50. And then again, like everything else, it's really falling off like 50% over the last few weeks. But again, during this whole run up, you can earn 40-50% APY passively on Convex. Okay, so these are the kind of opportunities I'm looking for, assets that are going to get that capital appreciation, but also pay a steady, solid, reliable APY on the way up. Okay, so we're going to have a look at how it works. So the first thing you can do, the simplest way really to use Convex, if you're bullish on Curve, like I am, is to stake your Curve into the Convex platform. Now, anyone who's familiar with Curve will know that to get the best rates on Curve, you have to lock it up for a whole period of time that can be up to 4 years if you want to get the highest rewards for your Curve tokens. Okay, and obviously in crypto, 4 years is an eternity. But on Convex, you can get those same benefits or even better benefits by actually just locking your Curve tokens into Convex. That will then deploy them in the Curve system, and they will give you bonus tokens through the CVX emissions to give you an even higher APY. So again, if you don't understand this, ask questions in the Discord, and I will explain it to you. It's very difficult to go over all that in one video, but really what I'm saying is you can buy Curve if you're bullish on that. You can lock it in Convex by converting it to a tokenized version of Curve, which is CVXCRV. You'll do that on this section here. And you can earn right now 51% by locking your Curve into Convex, and you can take it out at any time. Okay, so we've got an asset Curve that's basically done a 3x in the last year, before the last few weeks, and you can earn 50% APY on it for doing nothing. That to me is a pretty good asset. And with all the developments that are coming out in Curve, I can see there's been more and more demand for this over the coming months and years. Okay, so that is locking Curve into Convex, which is one strategy. I've put a decent amount of Curve into Convex, and I'm doing that right now. Okay, now the second thing that you can do on Convex is you can take your LP tokens from Curve if you've been providing liquidity in Curve, or if you want to, and you can earn higher or boosted APYs by then staking those LP tokens in Convex. Okay, so if you are familiar with the process of providing liquidity, using liquidity pools and farming and things like that, you'll know what I mean by that. If not, again, you can ask in the free cash flow and Discord below, and we can talk about it. But basically, I'm going to show you some of the opportunities that you have to earn really good passive income on Convex by putting in your Curve LP tokens. So if we just sort by APR, look at the highest APRs. So these are approximate APRs that you can earn in Convex right now. So you could have an LP with both CVX and CRV, with CRV and ETH, with CVX and ETH. I mean, I think this is great. I'm super bullish on both ETH and CVX. I can take those, put them in a pool, and earn about 44% a year by staking that LP in Convex, on two assets that I'm super bullish on. I think that's fantastic. Okay, there's some really good stablecoin opportunities here as well. You can hold tokenized equivalents of Australian dollars, Japanese yen. I believe this is Korean won, all above over 20%. Okay, we've got a euro pair here, and a few more Great British pounds paying, almost 19%. Okay, so a lot of these are from fixed forex. Fixed forex, so like the IB Iron Bank tokens. Again, these are additional APYs that you can earn on Curve LP tokens. Okay, so far we know that you can earn basically 50% on your curve by locking it up in Convex with no lock period. You can unlock it whenever you want, and you can earn boosted rewards on a bunch of really attractive LP pairs that you can get from Curve, and also on stablecoins. Okay, so that covers LP pairs and the Curve token. Now, what about the Convex token? Now, I actually have a bigger position in the Convex token, which is CVX, than I do in CRV, which is Curve. So I'm bullish on CRV. I think it's going to do well long term. I'm more bullish in terms of price appreciation on Convex. Okay, so that's not financial advice. It's just what I believe, and so I have allocated about 2 to 1 in terms of USD value to CVX rather than CRV. So if I had $10 worth of Curve, I'd have $20 worth of Convex. I like that kind of balance because, like I said, I think Convex has greater potential for price appreciation in the future because of the tokenomics and demand from all these different parties. So let's talk about CVX. Now, the CVX token right now is trading about $27. It was a high of just over 50, as we said. And basically, the way that you earn passive income on this is by going to Convex, and you'll basically lock your CVX. You lock it for 16 weeks. Okay, so it's a 4-month lock. It's not too long. I'm very, very happy to lock up funds for 4 months. And you will earn about 50% on that as well via a bit of a different mechanism, which I'll explain now. You can see here the APR just says 3.5%. That is what the platform pays you, but the APY, the APR, the fees that you get paid for locking CVX come from what are called bribes. So if you've been reading about the Curve wars on Twitter, and all these protocols trying to control Curve and trying to control Convex, trying to control the Curve emissions, that is all done through what are called bribes. Okay, so if you have a certain amount of Convex tokens, you lock them into the Convex platform. They obviously control Curve tokens, and then the protocols that want the Curve tokens to go to their pools, things like the UST, Luna, and the Spell, Mempool, a bunch of others, Frax. Basically, they're going to what's called bribe you to vote for their pools to get the rewards, and that's how you get the APR, the APY, the rewards from Convex. Okay, so again, if you don't understand how that works, ask in the Discord below. We can go into the details. I'm just going to give you the high level of why I stake CVX. So the long and short of that is this website, llama.airforce, will give you an approximation of the Convex rewards, including all of the bribes. Okay, so at the moment, you can see CVX earns approximately 48%. This fluctuates. It's usually between 40 and 60%, somewhere around 50. So right now you earn 48% per year for locking up your Convex for 4 months, and you get every 2 weeks you get bribed from these different protocols. Okay. Now the thing I like about Convex is that by voting for these protocols, which I can go over in another video and we can talk about in the Discord, you actually get to choose what you're paid out in. Okay, so right now we're in a market crash. You might just want to get paid out in stablecoins. If you think the market's going to keep going down, you can vote for a pool that's going to pay out stablecoins, or there might be other coins in there that you think they're pretty cheap right now. I want to get paid out in those because I think they're going to go up. So examples would be Luna, Spell, Frax, things like that. The people that you see bribing big on the Convex platform. Okay, so we can actually have a look at how that all works. So this is basically a different section on the llama.airforce website, which is a great resource for Curve and Convex, which shows you, this is every couple of weeks, all of the bribes that are, it charts them, who's paying them, how much you get, and things like that. So you can see, this is the end of December. Before we had the crash at the start of this year, the bribes each week were going up and up and up. Okay. And what that means is that as the bribes go up, you earn more for every convex that you've got locked in the platform. So right now, the APR is 48%. If the convex price stays the same and these bribes keep going up when the market recovers, that APR could actually get higher. That will then probably drive the price of convex higher and things like that. Okay, so the money that you put into convex while the price is down could in the future end up paying huge dividends to you every week. Okay, so right now on the last round, which actually ended yesterday, which I participated in, you basically got 47 cents for every CVX that you locked up, okay? And that gets paid out every 2 weeks with these bribes. And that equaled about 48% APY. And you can see before, like in previous weeks when the markets were a little bit higher, 59 cents per CVX, 87 cents per CVX. I think that this will eventually get to $1. So if you're locking up $1,000, then every 2 weeks, if you're locking up 1,000 convex, every 2 weeks you will get $1,000 in bribes and things like that. I believe eventually that's where this is going to go. So I'm looking at this as a very long-term passive income strategy. Okay, you do all of this. You can do all this through a website called Votium, which I've pulled up here. There's no active votes right now. The next one's starting in a couple of days. But you will be able to vote for, which rewards you want to get and things like that. And when this is actually live again, I'll do a video how to do that. But again, ask in the crypto cash flow Discord below, and we can talk about everything related to Curve, Convex, the Curve rewards, different strategies, and things like that. Okay, so I just wanted to go over one tweet by this guy, Crypto Condom, who does a great job of covering CRV and CVX. And a lot of his content was really what got me into these platforms. He's saying this, basically, who cares about a bear market, which, a lot of people think we're in right now, when bribes are coming in hot. So 15 to 20 million, again, expected this week. That's the week that's just closed. It was just over 15, okay? These numbers are actually, slightly wrong. He's actually made a mistake here. But he said if you had 10,000 CVX, you'd be making $18,000 a month. Right now, it's roughly around $10,000 a month for locking up 10K CVX. I know 10K CVX is a lot of money, but you can scale that down. So if you were locking up 1,000 CVX, you would be making roughly about 1,000, a tenth of that. Man, I'm blanking here. I think I've said that wrong, but if you have 1,000 CVX, you would be making $1,000 a month, basically, which is $500 every 2 weeks is how it works. Okay, cool. And you can see these are all of the protocols that are basically bribing in CVX. So Luna, which is actually who I went with this time, ALCX, Spell, CVX themselves, things like that. And you've got other ones in there too. Okay, so to summarize, reallocating my portfolio, putting up to half of my portfolio in assets that are going to benefit from hopefully price appreciation when the market turns around, but consistent passive income strategies on Ethereum, on Phantom, on Luna, on Avalanche. Diving into all of those right now, I have a target of monthly passive income that I want. So I really just don't care too much about what's going on in the market. Some will be in stables, some will be in opportunities like this in CVX and Curve. A lot of Phantom stuff I'm just getting into with all of the amazing protocols on there, okay? The Discord I started is in the description to discuss this specifically. I just started it today. Not really anything in there right now, but all of my research is going in there. It's going to be an ongoing discussion about cash flowing in crypto, about buying and holding assets that make revenue, that pay consistent money to their holders via staking, bribes, yield farming, nodes, whatever it is. It's all about making consistent passive income every week, every month by holding assets that are going to benefit also in a bull market, along with some stablecoin plays. So that's where my focus is right now. I hope that makes sense. I'd love to see you in the Discord where we can chat about all this stuff. I want to hear what you're doing in passive income. I'll share all of my research, which I'm doing a lot of right now. And yeah, any questions about Curve or Convex, jump into the group. I've really been diving into this ecosystem a lot. So hope to see you in there. Here's to getting paid every day for basically doing nothing. Let's do it. I will see you in the Discord and in the next video.